So I want to share something, right? So we've been working on our Bank of Manhattan Trust building, or 40th Wall Street, for about a couple days now. Since Sunday, and we are constructing 40th Wall Street, which is 40th Wall Street, which is in Lower Manhattan, towards the site of the World Trade Center. Been seen in famous movies like like um Independence Day and a lot of other movies. And I wanted to show y'all where we are on constructing our model of the building. You might have noticed, yes, there is actually 3 levels up to this part of the building. But also if you can look on our map, we only got the square shape area left. The reason why we only got the square shape area left is because that's where the main tower section is. And we have constructed our 40th Wall Street building area. I'm gonna, of course, go outside of the building and show y'all. Of course, once we get the lights showing. Now, remember, we are not done yet. We still got the tower section. That's gonna be what's gonna be responsible for the majority of the height of the building. So do keep that in mind as we get into construction phase 2 and 3. But I have gotten the whole bottom area here. This is what this part of the building looks like. Yeah, so if you look at the map, we do have polished tough slabs up there to give it like that gunky look that it has on the reference material. It does show black, but I refuse to add the black because black just gonna make it more not noticeable. Plus, I'm gonna run this part of the building down like this. Like so this is one of our new buildings. It's actually the reason why we have actually decided we were gonna build this skyscraper. It's actually for a very, very important reason that I'm actually gonna go show y'all before we continue. I do have to go through the doors. I'm gonna keep these front 2 open. So if you guys remember the bank building over here, how we have the bank itself, and then we have, of course, the building that is responsible for managing the residential area of the building. You can kind of see our new building over there, but it's responsible for managing living for the bank. Residents, including the person who owns the building can live in this building and then go over to the bank and then work and then come home to their new building here. Well, there needs to be a building that could be responsible for the company itself, the bank. So, Builders and Explosive Inc. commission a tower known as 40th Wall Street, known as the Bank of Manhattan. But this is not the Bank of Manhattan anymore. It's going to be known as So it's still going to be known as 40th Wall Street. This is 40th Wall Street here. But this is going to be known as Etheria Heights Bank Tower, basically. But we will also have Los Angeles's, bank tower, U.S. Bank Tower. But we're not building that today, sadly. I wouldn't have a problem with constructing it. It's just that building is also very tall. What was the tallest building in Los Angeles, but got dethroned by that one new building that I forgot the name of. I know what the building looks like, I just can't really describe it. And I will take a screenshot of what the building looks like and send it to some of my friends so they can look at the building and its full beauty. But yeah, you can kind of see our new building, and then we'll follow the same floor area, and then we'll connect it to this part of the tower, and then of course to this part of the building too. I want all the lighting to be connected in a way, but not also in a way. Now, the one thing I'm actually glad that I did do before I started construction on the tower itself was that I did commission the construction of the tower itself, because the bank management needs to have some form of building headquarters that will be responsible for the banking and stuff, but also not putting our empire into a state of jeopardy. As the leader of our empire, I have allowed the construction of this building to start. And as you can tell, this building is pretty big, pretty tall. Cost me a fortune. It basically did cost me a fortune to build this big thing. But you can see like how it hugs that part of the building. But but it is nice and dry up until you get into like the middle section. It probably like rained while they did the actual construction of the tower. But you gotta remember, the actual construction of the tower itself in New York was in 1928? Yeah, 1928, and then it got finished in 1930, like right before the Chrysler Building. But still got dethroned by the Chrysler Building because they had the secret spire to it that they basically kind of cheated. Yeah, Walt D. Chrysler, and the guy that made the he was the guy that made the famous Chrysler cars, like the Chrysler automotive place, that made the Chrysler 200, the Chrysler 300, the Chrysler Pacifica. Like the car company. He was responsible for the guy that designed the Chrysler Building was responsible for the, obviously, well, the construction of the Chrysler building, while this building was under by some other guy that I can't even pronounce the name of. But let me get my. Yeah, but you know, it's funny because this section of the tower actually goes into this floor, and when we get to the part of the tower where I explain, or when we get to the part of the building where I show y'all the different little techniques I did for this building, then I will show you how the whole building goes and such. But you can probably tell by like the ground floor. The ground floor has the giant windows, and then it slowly goes up, but certain parts of it say go in, or certain parts of it goes goes in, just goes in, or it stays straight, like it stays straight, like straight up and such. And when I knew when I knew this building was gonna be expensive to build, that's when I commissioned the construction on the tower. But I still gotta do all of that top area. But I'm making sure that this area is good. So I gotta do all that top area, and then I gotta do this entire section here too. But let's get up there. But I'm also trying to also get this building done before really anything else. Because as soon as we get done with this skyscraper, we're immediately going right back to what we were doing. City updates. We're gonna finish the we're gonna finish what we were planning. See, this is the part of the tower that's also new. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the exterior first before we do anything else. So this is our kind of like our finished area. So this is the front part that we started on a while back, which was like Sunday or yesterday. We did the front area here yesterday, or no, we did Monday, and then we did the side of it Tuesday, like this side of it Tuesday, the side of it Tuesday, not this section here, but like this section, including a little bit of the side area here. And then of course today we got all the way up to here because we constructed that. This is what the actual back of the actual thing looks like. And yes, it does look amazing. I think my favorite part is like how it slopes up, but I also put in warp slabs right there, so it kind of hints towards the ceiling. And then of course here it shows the the copper, but this is the section that's supposed to be gray. That's supposed to be gray right there too, but I just didn't bother because then it would just look like that, and then I would have surrounded like that. Then we got this area over here, that platform too, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And then it goes all the way up into the square here, which forms up the tower portion of it, which I think I did a very good job of representing. Which I think what we'll do is we'll do something like this. So what I'll do is I'm actually gonna start getting this part of the building ready, and then I will get the, well, this section here all lit up after we get that done, because I want to see this is gonna work to the way I want it to go. So I'll do this like this. Does the check work? Oh, yep. Okay, so that would be there. This would be here. That would be there, and then that would be there, right? Yeah. So you can see how beautiful this part of the building is. It's gonna be very tan, you can say. And I'm gonna make this area here 3, just because like it's supposed to be like that anyways. But that's supposed to be like this, and then this. Wait a minute. Because that would have gone there, there. Is this off by like 1 block? I want to see if this is accurate. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna add 3. Oh yeah, yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Cause then that means it would have been like this, right? So this would have been like that, 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 that. Just like that. And then so then that means this would have been here, 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 here. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see it. So let me show you all the let me show you how this looks, right? From like like almost every possible angle. Don't mind this section here. We still gonna light it up. So this is what this section looks like from here. Nothing really on the top yet, but remember this is before we're gonna add the tower section. And of course this is the front of the building. This side of the building. This is what this part of the building looks like this. You can see it kinda. This is what it looks like on the back. And of course this is what it looks like on the side. You don't really see this side or the other side, but why is it dark right there? Okay, so that explains it. Okay. Now we have an entire back section to light up. So we're just gonna run these like this. So it's just like this. And then run each section, or just run this section up first. So we'll meet up to there. Which I'm not disappointed in. And then of course we'll get, where is it even at? Right here. Right here is perfectly even. You can kind of start to see this part of the building to light up. And we'll bring that down to there. And of course I'll light up this section too. Because this section is not lit up well. Do not go to here, and I'll put in a light source area here. Same thing for right here too. Okay, so now we're on this main section down here. Okay, so first of all, bring this down over to here. But wow, like look at that. So tomorrow, yeah, most likely tomorrow we'll get this whole section in. Now I do like how I did, like I did like what I did with this section here of the copper. I think it fits in really well. Plus, if you kind of like look up, you can see the whole inner area. I might make that into like a central like fountain area, or the tower will go deeper into the area, but we're gonna start working on the central tower bit, and then we're gonna start getting ourselves ready for the and then we're gonna start getting ready for like I said, the tower section. And then of course we're gonna get up to the appropriate height, and then we're gonna slap on the triangular prism, which is the cone with the windows, and then we'll end it off with the spire on the top. But this, like I said, this is where we're at right now for the part of the building. We are at a very good and decent sized scale for our Bank of Manhattan Trust building, but soon to be known as the Etheria Heights Bank Tower on 40th Wall Street here in Etheria Heights. It's gonna be like a rivalry all over again between the Bank of Manhattan and of course the Chrysler building. But y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn your nose on. We'll see you on the next one, which is tomorrow, where we'll build that central tower part and do the cap for it. But anyways, like, subscribe, turn your nose on. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, have fun, and enjoy y'all's lovely afternoon.